Hello, today I want to talk to you about getting ready for an IFSP or an IEP. As a parent, sometimes these meetings can be very difficult for us, so a few simple things might help you have a better meeting, get more information, and support your child in a better way. First of all, it's important to know who and how many people are going to be in your meeting. So the thing that you need to do is to either send a note or in the phone call that you receive to schedule your meeting, ask who will be there and what is their role. You need to know that an important thing for you might be to bring someone with you. Can your husband go with you or your wife? If they're not able to because they're working, can a relative, a sister, an aunt, a grandmother? If those folks are not available to you, maybe your best friend. But sometimes, because there's lots of people in a meeting, it's important to have someone that you know is on your side. Not to say that the meeting is going to be that difficult. It just makes it a bit more comfortable. Another thing to do is to take out your child's last IFSP or IEP, should you have had one already, and read it the day or the morning of your meeting so that you're familiar with what the goals and plans for your child have been for the past several months and year. Write down questions that you might have about what your child is doing really well in school, in preschool, or in your inclusive setting. Write down the concerns that you've seen in the last few months or weeks. Write down the questions that you want answered by your child's team about how your child is doing. Another really important thing to do is when you're in the meeting, be prepared to ask questions so that if people give you information or use vocabulary or words that are confusing or you're not completely clear about, ask them to explain. It's their job. They need to be able to share with you in a way that you can clearly understand what your child's strengths are, what their needs are, and what the plans are for the following year to help them grow and learn. Be prepared to think about how you could help at home. If, for example, your child has difficulty communicating, or their friends are having difficulty understanding what your child is saying, be sure and ask the teacher or the speech therapist, if they're attending the IFSP or the IEP meeting, to give you some things that you can do at home to help your child make even more progress. The final thing I'd ask you to do that I think is important to do every time you have a meeting is bring a picture of your child. Put it on the table in the middle of all the people in the meeting. It helps people remember why they're there. They're there to help you and your child. Have goals for your child and reach for the stars, because it can happen. Your child can learn and be a wonderful, productive, giving human being, and the picture and your goals helps to make that be a reality.